Good morning, good afternoon. My name is Matthew Griffin, better known as the Fanatical Futurist. I'm the CEO and founder of the 311 Institute and World Futures Forum. And welcome to my virtual stage where I've been living for the past year. Now, in association with London Speakers Bureau, and as we start looking forwards to Innovation Week, I want to give you a little preview of what we have in store for you. Now, first, lest we remember, nothing is impossible. If you have a look at the gizmos, the gadgets, the products, the technologies that are around you, 25, 50, 100, 200, 500, 1,000 years ago, many of these products and technologies would have been inconceivable. But as we start talking about the possible, what about disrupting something? Let's disrupt the creative industry. It's worth $6 trillion. It employs 235 million people. And I can think of nobody better to introduce how we're going to disrupt the creative industry than by introducing Anna, my digital human.
Today, we're all being disrupted. And I'm not just talking about by digital humans like myself with our conversational artificial intelligence, state-of-the-art high-def rendering, and neural networks for brains.
Well, thank you, Anna. Now, lest we forget, everything that we have produced forever is a combination of different tools and technologies. This particular Starburst goes from 2020 to 2070. There are over 180 exponential technologies on here. I track over 450. Every single one of these technologies can disrupt an industry. Some of them can disrupt every industry, like artificial intelligence. So we won't go through this in too much depth at the moment because we're just doing a quick run through. However, you've got 3D printing. That disrupts the $10 trillion manufacturing industry. We have gene editing. That's a general purpose technology. Keep an eye on that one. In addition to that, when we have a look at the communications space, we have 5G with 6G coming along. We have low Earth orbit space satellites, which will connect the other 3.5 billion people on the planet together. That's doubling your market opportunity right there. In addition to that, basically when we have a look at compute, we've got quantum computers coming through. We have neuromorphic and we have biological computers coming through on the back of those. From a intelligence perspective, we've made artificial intelligences out of glass and we've made them out of DNA. All kinds of crazy things going on in the intelligence space. And that's before we discuss creative machines or artificial intelligences that evolve themselves. There's a story. From a materials space, we have shape-shifting materials. We have self-healing materials. We have programmable materials coming through. Robotics, nano-robots and DNA and molecular robots have already been used to create the world's first molecular assemblers. Just ping me, I'll tell you all about those. And then when we start having a look at security, we have Morpheus computing platforms that reconfigure themselves every 50 milliseconds. And then when we start having a look at the user experience space, we obviously have augmented reality, virtual reality, brain-machine interfaces. We also have a whole variety of rather boutique technologies coming through, including holodecks and 16K TVs. Now, lest we forget, all of these different technologies from a business perspective can be used to be combined together to create different products and services. Now, you can either see these disruptions as a threat, or you can see them as an opportunity. For example, Anna is a threat if you're in the creative industry, but it's an opportunity if you're not. Anna actually helps democratize access to the creative industry for the 7 billion people on the planet who will eventually have internet access. That's another story there. However, with no further ado, let me just run VC, as we say, and let me introduce you to some of the technologies that you're going to be experiencing soon. We live in an amazing world, Bessie, and the world that you think in might very well not be the world that you actually live in. If you're looking for a keynote speaker, I urge you to reach out to the great gang at London Speakers Bureau. My name is Matthew Griffin. I hope you've enjoyed this little promo, and I hope you stay safe and sane, and I look forward to being on a real stage with you soon. Take care. Goodbye.